Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trent Russell from Course Careers. Today, I am interviewing Akil to talk about his journey breaking into tech sales, I believe at age 17, 18, which is pretty cool to read about. So let's start from the beginning, Akil. When you were just leaving high school, how did you decide and even know tech sales was going to be a career path for you? And then how did you break in? I mean, that's pretty cool.
I had actually never heard of tech sales until I was out of high school. So I graduated when I was 17 and turned 18 2 days later. My dad actually brought it up to me. That was something that he had worked in before. He had worked as a salesman a lot too, so that was something he knew about. So he brought it up to me and told me to read up on it and, give it a try, see if it was something I would like to pursue. And ended up, finding your course. Taking that course, it really taught me a lot about it. I think it helped a lot. And kind of stumbling upon the position that I'm in now. It kind of just happened randomly. They reached out to me after seeing my LinkedIn profile, which was, also helped, you guys also helped out with that. And then, it kind of just happened that way. Got an interview for a job that is just 30 minutes down the street, and ended up, taking that route.
So you're telling me at age 17, you graduated high school earlier than most. Your dad told you about tech sales being pretty cool. You did some investigation. You decided, okay, this is a job I could go right to. And then you decided, I don't need to go to college. I'll seek out alternative education. Stumbled across Course Careers, went through the course, learned how to position yourself through LinkedIn with probably very limited experience to then get reached out to by a company to get hired. That's pretty transformational, if you ask me. How are things going since you landed that position? How has your career taken shape over the last few months?
I think it's going great. It's been about 2.5 months now. It's going great. The support system over at Priority One is really good. There's always someone to talk to. If I have a question, there's someone there that's going to be able to answer that for me. I think that's really important for me too. There's just always someone to talk to. There's always a avenue or way of finding out a new information. I would say I learn something new every day, which is important for me because when I was coming into this job, my number one goal was to just make experiences and learn new things, and they really helped me do that.
For someone listening out there that resonates with your story, that may not want to go to college, university, that maybe didn't go and is in a non-tech industry or has no sales experience, can you talk about what that has been like for you, your experience entering a job and really just learning based on experience? What is your title? What do you do? What have been some of the challenges?
I would say some of the challenges have been just the no responses, sending out 100 emails, getting one email back, the traditional sales stuff. But definitely, I would say just keep calling, keep sending another email, keep going after it because it definitely does return. And the way it works is 1 month you get no responses, then the next month everything that you sent last month, that stuff comes through, and then you got 10 emails back, everyone's calling you. I've gotten a couple referrals already from customers, which was definitely a good moment for me. I would say just keep calling, keep going after it.
What is your financial situation looking like? Because I think that this is a really interesting point, is a lot of folks go directly to college and get into loads of debt, and it's the traditional education system still does not even really guarantee you land a competitive position. How has your financial position changed going from high school, maybe working a side job, maybe nothing, to now working a full-time career? What does that look like?
I would say it looks pretty good. The checks, like I said, I'm only in my second month. I've gotten some of my what's the word? My
commissions?
Forecast. Yep, commissions. There it is. I've gotten some of those in. Those are, they're always nice to see. My team is helping me out with, staying on track, making sure I'm on a good track to hit my forecast and quotas. I would say financially I feel much better than I probably would have been going into college, especially with no, especially with not any help or anything like that. And I'm still with my parents, and they're supporting me. They're very supportive about, where I'm going with it. They've let me decide kind of what route I want to take, and I think that definitely helps too.
And I'm sure your expenses are lower living at home.
Yeah.
however comfortable you feel sharing it, you don't have to share specific numbers unless you want to. Can you share on target earnings or salaries, just anything like that, just to give folks listening just an idea of what it actually looks like going through a program like Horse Careers, and then on the other side, what could be waiting for you?
Yeah, so in this job, the base pay was 35,000, up to 70,000 first year, and with hitting your quota, the forecast they set out for you. So you get your base pay, and then halfway through the month you get your commissions pay, and that on that one I had got 100 on it with my second month, which was nice to get already. I'm on forecast right now 60% for this month, and we're halfway through. It's the 16th now, so I'm on track to hit it this month, and I'm definitely looking forward to that too.
And that's great, by the way, because you're working in a knowledge-based profession where it's not physical. You don't have to use all your energy all day doing something that is just demanding. Because I don't know about you, but I've washed dishes, I've mowed lawns, and I've worked in warehouses, and it's just not something you'd want to do forever. But you're in that job where now you're getting experience early on, so by the time you're 22, 23, and everyone else is graduating from college with all this debt, you will have had this experience and be making way more money than they could ever imagine making at that point in time. Can you talk about what you're most excited about future-wise? Because being in this industry, being in this job, you may be a bit capped that first year just from a on-target earnings standpoint, but if you think about the growth, what are you most excited about the future?
As soon as you said what am I most excited for, the first thing that came to mind was definitely that there's no roof the following years. So they've showed us how we can grow with staying on target, and there's no roof at all. The years after the first year, it just keeps going up, it keeps going higher. The base pay raises, the commissions raises, the percentages you get raises, everything just keeps going up. So I'm just excited to continue to take advantage of the opportunity that I have here. I think that's definitely number one.
Man, like a true professional would say, just clinical focus. Something that's interesting is you were reached out to by your company, and most people experience the opposite. Most people are applying to all these companies. By the way, auto-applying does not work, so don't just scroll through LinkedIn and apply to all the positions. It just doesn't work. How did you get reached out to by a company? Because that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I would say, man, I really just followed the LinkedIn profile portion of the tech sales course. I followed it to a T. I added in all my information, all my goals, things like that. Just updated everything, made sure it was known that, I was open to work, stuff like that. And yeah, they just reached out, which was out of the blue. It definitely surprised me. I had a phone mock interview the same day they reached out with a nice lady, and then had my interview scheduled that next Monday, and my training was the week after that. So it all happened pretty quickly for me too.
Do you think you would have been able to get into tech sales so quickly without Course Careers?
Not at all, man. I think the information I learned there definitely helped. I had absolutely no prior knowledge going into tech sales. It all ended up coming in really quickly after taking the course. As soon as I graduated, I had a job within the month. So that really helped a lot. So I had no prior knowledge. I think it helped a lot.
How long did it take you from the day you started the Course Careers Tech Sales course to the time you finished?
It was a month. It was a month and 4 days. I was timing myself from when I graduated. Yep.
A month and 4 days. And how did it prepare you to understand the industry and sales? What were some of the key lessons you learned in Course Careers? I know you talked about your LinkedIn and optimizing that, and you actually got a job request because you learned how to do it at a high level, and that's what we teach. What else did you learn?
I definitely learned a lot on just having a conversation with my prospects. In the beginning, they wanted just to make a lot of calls, really get the hang of it, and I learned a lot on how to speak to people much better. I learned how to really qualify my leads too, especially with personalizing emails. Definitely that was a big thing in Course Careers that really helped me out too with getting responses.
And now that you're in the job and you're really boots on the ground, how well prepared do you feel to succeed in the job having gone through Course Careers? Because I think someone out there that's listening that one wants a transformational experience similar to you, completely change your financial future upside down in a positive way. Just getting the job, that's a big win. And of course it's going to provide you that. but I think you can't underestimate how important it is to not only get the job, but find the right job, and find the right job that you can continue growing in and actually find success in. So how did course careers, specifically the tech sales course that, by the way, I'm the instructor for, so I've been there, done that, and I want to make sure people are equipped for success. How did it prepare you to actually find success in the job now that you're 1-2 months in?
It definitely helped me get to the ground running faster than I think most others, because everything they were trying to teach me, I had heard it before. That made it easier to absorb what they were teaching, through their training. So I definitely absorbed the information a lot quicker, I feel, especially with having a little bit prior knowledge from the course careers. And it helps me stay positive too, just knowing that the work I put in is definitely gonna, have results.
What advice would you have for someone listening that may have been in your situation? Let's say they're 17, 18, heck, maybe even 16, 19, just in that range where they're really trying to figure out, do I want to go to college? Am I going to go to community college for a year and I'm not really all in, so like why would I even really do that? What advice would you have for that person to start exploring and be curious like you, to really seek out, well, how can I find free information online? And if I really decide I can communicate and I want to have a little bit of pressure on me so I can perform and make more money, and I know Course Careers teaches that, just what advice would you have for that person to just go on their own path and not follow what everyone else may be telling them to do?
I think my advice would be not to rush into things either, especially with the college. If you're rushing into it, you don't even know what you really want to do or what you want to major in. I think it could be a big waste of time. I've heard that a lot from some people in my family and also some of my supervisors and leaders, just not rushing into things. And then, once you do decide what you want to do, just go for it 100%. Don't hold back, and really make sure that the effort you're putting in, you're getting the fruits of it.
Fantastic, Akil. Well, anyone who is listening right now and just simply wants to learn more, you can check out the free tech sales course link below. 90 minutes of content. What is tech sales, sales development, why, how to actually get started. Akil, should they go check out that free intro course?
Yeah, I checked it out too, and that's how I got here.
Fantastic, guys. Well, you never know what could be in store for you in your future. Thanks so much for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing, liking here today. And Akil, appreciate all of your insights and time today.
No problem. Thank you.